Hello, hello everybody. Welcome to today's stream. I'm excited. Um, Today we are working in my reading journal for today's stream, so I'm excited about that. I want to do more spreads in here, and I'm very happy we can. So, before we get started, couple announcements. If you want to watch any more of my previous streams, the link in my bio should take you to my YouTube channel where they are all saved and that type of thing. And if you want to see any more of my bullet journaling content, I post daily on Instagram, also linked in my bio. The next stream will be this next Saturday, usual time, 2 p.m. What date is that? It's the 11th. And for that stream, we will be working on Valentine's. So it's going to be like my Christmas stream where we made a bunch of Christmas cards, except this time we're going to make a bunch of cute Valentine's cards so you can like send them out to your friends or give them out. So very excited for that one. But that's not what we're doing today. Today we are working in our reading journal, and this one, as you can tell by the title, is an author works tracker. So essentially we're going to like pick an author. I have already chosen this author because it's one that I'm interested in. But you can do any author you want. I have this page right here that says authors to read more from. And so I want to create a spread where I just kind of zero in on one author and write down all of their works and stuff and kind of make it a challenge to read everything they have written or done throughout the year. So my goal today is for Ray Bradbury. You can choose a different author if you want and that type of thing. Like, I don't know how many people know who Ray Bradbury is or like what kind of author he is. So you can choose an author you want. But I will say, like, the author I chose was someone who's like, he has a lot of works out. So there's a lot to read from him. And he's also dead. So there's that too. Like, there's so much, like, he's done releasing stuff. So that's that. So let's talk about how this setup is going to go. Essentially, I'm going to make this a 2-page setup because he has like a good amount of novels. He has 1, 2, 3, 4, 8, 9, 10, 11. He has 11 novels, a fudge ton of short stories, and lots of children's literature. And then he only has one biography, no autobiography. And the cool thing about that is just because, like, he never wanted one to be written and that type of thing until, like, one of his fans, which is Sam Weller, like, convinced him near the end of his life, and finally we have one. So this kind of collection will focus on these with, like, more fun creative side, and the Bradbury Chronicles will, like, be the main focus of the spread. But then I also, like, since there's so many short stories and children's lit, I'm just going to make a list of those that I can, like, check off as I read them. That's kind of how this layout is going to go. And I'm going to kind of do it in, like, collage format, because where it's, like, all these different types of boxes and shapes and stuff, because some of them will be, like, actual pictures of the book, some of them will just be, like, mini lists of stuff I want to read. But yeah, I kind of want to do this collage of sorts. That's kind of my plan for today and this setup. And if you guys like want to like pick your own author and follow along, that's great. I encourage you to. Or if you're journaling in any other way, keep doing that too. Today's color palette, when I was setting up my reading journal, I have my yearly theme for it, which is kind of like the gold accent in like the washi tape, but then like just these 4 basic colors used throughout along with black. And that's kind of how I went about creating my yearly pages and that type of thing. And like all that jazz. So, but then like my monthly setups, they're in the theme of my monthly journals. Here's February's sneak peek because I haven't posted it yet. Very cute. But so today's setup is going to be in my monthly theme. So I have these King Art markers. Only one of them is named because the first set that these two are from. I got 2 different sets. This first set did not have any names or numbers to them, but the second set I got does. So I am using 082 Maroon from the King Art set, and then these 2 other colors that I don't have a name of. But they're all dual tip brush pens. And then these are Sipa markers, or pens, like felt tip pens. I got them off Amazon, and I have like this tannish color and the black. And then this is what I have left of my gold washi tape, because the rest of it's been like used up completely, but we'll be using that as well. I have scissors, glue, ruler off to the side, my pencil just in case. This black pen was just mostly for my sketchbook, but it will be used in the spread. And then, most importantly, I did want to print off the cover of the books that we'll be doing. And so this is the, oh my goodness, Kodak Retro Mini 3 photo printer. So I've printed off some of the book titles already, and it's just a photo printer. It's not a sticker printer, which I am a-okay with because I can still like cut these photos and glue them in. But I printed off some of the books, and I wanted to kind of like show you guys how it works, because I still want to print off a picture of the autobiography cover. So, how this works is, I turn it on, and I connect it to my Wi-Fi. And like, it's connected to my phone via Bluetooth. There's a special app they tell you to download, and it tells me it's on. This thing's, okay, main thing I don't like about this is its battery does not last at all. But essentially, you can like go through your photos and pick out something you want to print. So I'm going to do this, which is the cover of the, oh my goodness, the cover of his autobiography. And like, you can like edit it so you can like shrink the size. I can like transform it. I can adjust the brightness, contrast, saturation. I can put filters on it. I can also add fun frames to it. So like, that's like fun frames. They got that with the app. I can also do collages. So like, I can do multiple pictures in one. And that type of thing. Ooh. And then like with faces, it has like a beauty thing. But I'm not really going to edit it. I'm going to leave this as is. Well, I do want Sam Weller's name on it. But I also like how that looks. Okay. The pictures it prints is 3 by 3 inches, as you can tell by this. And then it does have like, it has like a nice little dotted line here. The picture will always end above this dotted line, leaving room for you to like write something, which I really like, because then if I'm doing like photos with my friends, I can like write down like when I saw them and that type of thing. But once you got it connected to your phone and stuff, you can also make it like monochrome. I don't think I will. And then you can decide how many copies you want to print and hit print, and it will start printing. I'm sorry if the machine is a little loud while it prints. But yeah. If you don't have this and still kind of want to do this like author work spread, you can just like print, like fill up a document with all the pictures of like the books you want. Make sure to like compare though, like measure your bullet journal size and how these pictures will kind of fit on there, because some of these will fit differently than others, but that's fine. And that type of thing. But like, yeah, make sure to measure it to know kind of how it will fit in your journal and that type of thing. And you know, you can just print out all the books and glue them in, because like I would love to have like the, it's like Femo, no, whatever, sticker printer, but I just don't have it, can't afford it, that type of thing. So I am using what I have, and if I didn't have this, I'd probably just print on campus. Other things about this, I did mention that its battery dies like very quickly. And then the cartridges it has, it doesn't last very long, I'll say that. I can print about 8 photos 8 to 10 photos with one of his cartridges, and then I have to replace it. So when I was gifted this, I was also gifted like 20 cartridges because it's gonna run out and that type of thing. So this is great. Like it serves its purpose, but it's like it's not the best there is, but I still like it. Okay. Let's do this. So, I want the autobiography to kind of be like the focal point. And I don't want this little bottom thing, so I'm going to snip it off. Yeah, we're going to kind of put this here in the middle. Cool. I'm going to kind of hold it down to make sure it stays. Okay. I guess the next question I should probably answer is why, of all the authors I could choose, did I choose Ray Bradbury? So, I'm taking this class. It's called Themes in Literature, and its focus is on McCarthyism in the United States during like the 1950s, which was like also during like I think the Cold War as well. Like I'm pretty sure it was also at that time, but I'm not. Yeah, Cold War time. Communism was a scary thing in the U.S. and everybody was like, it's kind of like the Salem witch trials at that time, where it's like if you even like seem communist, we're gonna fight you and that type of thing. And so Ray Bradbury kind of grew up, or like was still publishing and working on his writing during that time, and I found one of the books he came out with was this one, Fahrenheit 451, and it kind of fits with that theme of like, oh, hello, oh my goodness, okay, it kind of fit with that theme of like everybody being like losing their minds about this or that, and that type of thing. So, but we've read that book, and in the class, and while reading it, our teacher kind of like talked about Ray Bradbury's life, and I was like, yo, this man's pretty cool. And I love Fahrenheit 451. It's a really great read. It is like one of those like quality dystopians. This looks so small. It's so cute. Okay, sorry. But it's like, it's a really good like dystopian type thingy. The main thing in this world is like, and it fits very well for our time because like in the society in Fahrenheit 451, they live very heavily on convenience and finding joy very quickly. And so one of the main things is like cars. Like everybody drives like way like over 100 miles per hour and that type of thing. Most people in their homes, they have like a room, their living room. They've replaced all the walls with like TVs, and the TVs will talk to you and interact with you and ask you questions. And that's just kind of like, and I can see that very heavily in our society. But like, the main thing is like everybody wants fast results for like being happy and that type of thing. And they kind of got rid of books because people were unhappy with some of the ideologies in them, or like the sad things that happened. Oh, hello. Okay, we're going to do that. So, I'm not explaining this book as well as I should, but that's fine. But, that's kind of the main thing of the book is like books aren't allowed. The main character, his job is to like burn books and that type of thing, which is in reference to the German book burning in like World War I, II-ish, yeah, and that type of thing. But yeah, his main job is to burn books, and then he like starts learning the value of them and like thinking for yourself and not always needing to find joy in everything. And that was just kind of cool in the way that book Fahrenheit 451 does that, and the way he incorporates quotes and society and how people aren't really happy and they're faking it and that type of thing, which connects a lot to our time, in my opinion. Okay. Okay. I have an idea of what I'm going to do. Yeah. But, and so, with my class, after reading this book, we also decided, like, our teacher told us, like, here's the life story of Ray Bradbury and kind of everything he's been through. And I was like, yo, this is pretty cool, in my opinion. So, nope, that shouldn't go there. Yeah, okay. Like, this is pretty cool. Ray Bradbury, he was a crazy man, never learned to drive. He never learned to drive. He loved, he would write, like, every week and that type of thing. Every idol he met was a disappointment. Yeah, write every week. Every idol he met was a disappointment. And he would like, there's like a lot of times where he like didn't have the means to like write, so he would like, I forget, it might have been Fahrenheit 451 where he would spend like $98 in quarters to write on a typewriter in the library because he didn't have his own and that type of thing, which I think is hilarious. And he would run through the library to like go pick out quotes for the characters to say and stuff. But yeah, oh golly, we're gonna use my phone to hold down some of these as I glue them. But yeah, and then a lot of things that my teacher mentioned, or this was mentioned a lot, is like whenever other stars would meet him, they're like, he's crazy because he just lives off of like hamburgers, fries, and milkshakes like all the time. And like he couldn't cook. So when his wife was out working, he would like, as a secretary, he would just like run to the local diner and get like a hamburger or like a hot dog. And that's just kind of how he survived. And he was a sugar fiend. Like that's one of his main things. And it was collectively agreed upon. It was like kind of a consensus was that like he just kind of never grew up. Like he got a job, he made money, he like went through some of the legal stuff to make sure he got credit for his works and that type of thing. He formed opinions, but he was still very childish in his like wonder of things and how he did them. And I thought that was very cool of him and that type of thing. But he wants these to look cooler, so they're gonna go like that. Yeah. Okay. So that's Ray Bradbury. Just a crazy guy. And kind of hearing how he would like try and write a story a week and do all these things and try to just like keep with his childhood and having fun in life and doing things in the fun way. I really like that about him. and I want to eventually become a writer and like make money for my writing. I do have something in the process of being published, but like I want to do more with it and I want to kind of go even farther. So I want to read his works, kind of see his writing style develop and change. And I also just kind of want to see, like, learn more about him and maybe emulate his writing thing. I probably won't see him as, like, he is the best person to, like, I won't see him as, like, an idol, but just, like, it'd be cool to learn from him and that type of thing, if that makes sense. Yeah. And as I will explain real quick as I'm putting these down, the way I'm kind of like, I'm making sure there's at least like 2 lines of space under each photo. Just because I want to kind of have room to either like rate the year as well as like a star rating to show that like, oh, I've read this one. So that is a must. Okay. And that type of thing. And then gotta hold these down so they stay glued. Little tower of Washington. The spread, I am gonna like wing it a lot. I have a general plan. But most of it's just gonna be like, does this fit the vibe? And what I feel looks good. Because sometimes you just gotta do that. I don't know if I'll finish this challenge this year. It may be something I carry like into the future of like next year, like maybe this year I only get like half of his novels read. But that'll be okay, I think. I think it's fine if I don't finish. My main goal is just like, I do want to learn. I want to just read more of his books. And that type of thing. Cool. Now that this page is kind of drying, let's see here. I have this, which has, these are my stencils. I don't have a lot, but I do kind of want to like put the stars down for reading. But I wish it like already had, because it has like some things like, there's like 20 different banner cutouts. It's got a light bulb, some things, but it doesn't have like, that's fine, like a 5 stars in a row, which makes me sad. It's got 1 star. That's not what I want. Then we have this little star on this purple one, but there's only like enough for like 3 under a book, which I'd be okay with. I think a 3-star system is okay. Oh, I gotta do something else. With my yearly journal setups, I do have like a pattern of like which colors I use on a page, and they gotta do like the borders, so we'll do a green and a red. So we'll start by coloring in the borders of this. I probably should have done that first, but it's a-okay. We're just going with the flow of things. And I've been doing this with all my like year-long spreads in this journal because it makes a really cool like edge thingy. It's very colorful. And I think it'll also make it easier for me to identify like the spreads. If I do like, the only time I think like, besides months, the only other time I wouldn't do like this color palette for a setup is if it's just like a monthly challenge that's, or if it's just like, oh, this is a book list I want to show off or something. I don't remember if I posted this, but at some point I read Library of Lost Things, and the main character Darcy, there's a reading list at the back for her. And so I did make like a little spread for that, so. I like made that spread, so if I put something like that in here, or like, here's my favorite books list or something, I could make it a different theme. Okay. Let's do no, I know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna fill in these spots right here. Just cause. Nice. Okay. Now we're gonna do some stars. And we'll do a black outline for the stars. Nice. Cute. Excuse me. These might dip. They're gonna dip into the green, but that's okay. Okay. This one we can put right here, and then Bradbury Chronicles we can do the same on this side. I like think more about this setup and page, I may just make it a completely like different page for the short stories and children's lit and like other works he's done, just because I don't think I'll have room for all of it on this one. And what I could do is like I could put some quotes in these empty spaces from the books that I liked. I should have Fahrenheit 51 still. I'm gonna quickly grab that book so I can like add a quote from it in here. Okay, I am back with my book. We'll add a quote after, but I will want to add a quote. I did tab it because I do need to write an essay on this book, or that's my plan. Okay. Okay. Let's continue with the decorating on this page. Do quote, quote, washi tape. This is what we're doing. Cute. Now we'll switch sides. Put these all right here, just to keep them down. And this side will have a nice little red border. Okay. Well, while we're doing this, let's talk about other books that aren't just Ray Bradbury books. If you have read any of Ray Bradbury's books and you recommend any of them specifically, feel free to let me know, pop it in the chat, and that type of thing. But other books I've been reading. Last weekend, I finished my second book of the year, which is The Color of Magic by Terry Pratchett, which was like a collection of like 4 small stories following like the same characters. And it was for my family's book club, and we had a meeting about it. And one thing my mom didn't get, she's like, with his Discworld series, she says that Terry Pratchett tends to like parody something. And one of the things he parodied in this one that she didn't get but I picked up on was that like it was a parody of a D&D campaign and that type of thing. It was like kind of right from the start that I was like, this reads a lot like D&D is played. And there was like even a whole chapter where it's like the gods, you would hear the clackle of dice rolling and then something would happen to the characters, or like a monster would show up. And so I kind of picked up on that fast. I did have to like explain it to my mom because she isn't too familiar with it. I'm not the most familiar with D&D. I'm trying to get into it, but not there yet. But as I have been getting into like D&D. Oh, hello, Scooch. It was a pretty good. Let me figure out what sentence I want to say. My brain isn't working. Okay, we'll just talk about what my thoughts on the color magic. I liked it a lot. I liked Terry Pratchett's like wordplay. He did a lot of things where it's like, oh, it's this or this, like, because in this book series it's like just tales of what's going on this flat earth and that type of thing. They call it the disc world. And when our characters kind of reach the edge of the world, they're like, one of the guys like, you hit our circumference. And they're like, you mean the circumference of the disc world? Is that what it measures? Like, no, we have a circumference, like circumference at the edge of the world to like catch things that may fall off the edge. So that was like lots of cute little moments of wordplay. One of my favorite lines in it. It was also just like, it was funny. It had like moments where characters were just being hilariously silly. One of them, or like, oh, I forget the line exactly, but it was like just funny moments that I enjoyed. One of them, oh golly, where is it? Where's the quote that I liked? Oh, it's in here. Haha. We can just flip back. Okay, so here's my color of magic thing. And the quote is, as suddenly as it had appeared, the magical tornado vanished, and there, occupying the space where the frog had been, was a frog. And that is so pointlessly stupid, it's hilarious. And I just, it's lines like that throughout the book that like kind of kept up my spirit of reading. I will say I probably won't read another thing from the Discworld just because it's like, it's not my go-to style of fantasy. I very much love fantasy romance and like that type of thing, but like it's still a good fantasy book, and I would like highly recommend it. I think I gave it like 3.5 stars because like it's a good book, it's written well, but it's just not like something I would read a lot in my free time, if that makes sense. It's not going to be like the first book I pick up. It'll be like, okay, I need something to read, and this works. Yeah. So I finished that this past weekend. And then this week I've gone a lot farther in Caraval by Stephanie Garber. It has been a fun read, and I'm liking it a lot. But I do like, if you go on Book Talk or something, you'll see some people talking about like, oh, I just like this about Caraval, or they say, don't like book 2 or 3, one of those things. And one thing I've noticed by reading Caraval second and like her Once Upon a Broken Heart series first is like, some of the main characters are very similar to the characters in Once Upon a Broken Hearts. Like, Jax is in, like, I think he comes in Legendary and Finale. I think that's what I've been told. But, like, Julian in the first book is kind of like a Jax character. And Scarlet is kind of like a Evangeline character, I would say. And so I'm kind of, like, seeing it as, like, okay, this is kind of, it's almost like she was experimenting with kind of experimenting with this type of love and these characters with these personalities and how it would turn out. So, and it's like, it was also her first book. She did a good job, and I do like Caraval, even if I'm like not done with it. Like, I do plan to read the whole series. I love it. It brings me a lot of joy and satisfaction, but like, I can kind of see that like this is her first published book. I can see that where it's like, okay, still some learning here and there, that type of thing. We're going to go with the dots. But I can kind of see that in Caraval. And I'm going to be okay with the fact this overlaps a bit. that's fine. But yeah. Like, I can see Caraval as, like, we couldn't have Jackson Evangeline without Julian and Scarlet first. That's where my brain's at. Kind of, and I'm just using the washi tape here to kind of fill in these like odd bits of space. Okay. And then these spots will be for quotes. And we're going to put our first quote in from Fahrenheit 451. And I'm just going to kind of like look through this, and if there's like one that sticks out big time, I'll like read it out and like you guys can like put your thoughts in the chat. Because some of these are just like, oh, I need this for like my essay. This one's next. This one. Oh, I did like these quotes. This quote I won't put in, but I do really like it, and I think it like, this quote sums up the society, like the societal collapse that happened in Fahrenheit 451 that led to the world they live in, and it also kind of sums up where we are at right now. So I think it's cool. It's it. So, and this is like one of the, in dystopian, it's like one of the peacekeeper type people, like the ones who like make sure that these rules are enforced. Okay. Now let's take up the minorities in our civilization, shall we? Bigger the population, the more minorities. Don't step on the toes of the dog lovers, the cat lovers, doctors, lawyers, merchants, chefs, Mormons, Baptists, Unitarians, second-generation Chinese, Swedes, Italians, Germans, Texans, Brooklynites, Irishmen, people from Oregon or Mexico. The people in this book, this play, this TV serial, are not meant to represent any actual painters, cartographers, mechanics anywhere. The bigger your market, Montag, the less you handle controversy. Remember that. All the minorities, with their navels to be kept clean. Authors full of evil thoughts, lock up your typewriters. They did. Magazines became a nice blend of vanilla tapioca. Books, so the damned snobbish critics said, were dishwater. No wonder books stopped selling, the critics said. So, like, kind of what this is talking about here is, like, because so many people got offended by every little thing that, like, all the media had to water itself down to the point that, like, it didn't matter anymore. So, like, books stopped happening in this society because writers couldn't express their thoughts or opinions anymore without offending someone, and that would destroy you, like, get you canceled and that type of thing. So, that's a cool quote in here, and I'm not going to go, like, too into politics or, like, that type of thing of, like, kind of what this is, like, talking about. But it's, like, people have the right to, like, say what they need to, and, like, not everything is offensive or could be considered that. That's all I'll say on that. Okay. But that's not the quote I want to put in. A lot of my quotes in here are about the walls because I want to write an essay on breaking the fourth wall. I think I know which quote I want. This one. So the quote that I'm going to get from this book, this is kind of a spoiler of sorts, But essentially, it's like at one point, because books can no longer exist and they'll be burned, Montag discovers people who memorize books, and therefore they become the books. And so, like, he meets this group of people, and they're like, "We are these books. We are this. I'll have you meet Darwin. Over here is Einstein. Here's Gandhi. Here's Buddha. Here's Thomas Jefferson," because like they're the writers of the books that they've memorized. And I really like this line that says, "We are also Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John." And I am like a spiritual person. I like reading the Bible. I'm a religious person, but like I like this line a lot because it's kind of like Montag is almost a Christ figure in this, and he has met like the 4 apostles who will be witnesses to the new world and that type of thing. There's more that I want to say about this, but like he's met the 4 witnesses to the new world, and kind of like Montag is leading them into this new world. So I really like this line. I'm gonna put it down here under Fahrenheit 451. And okay, this is just kind of how my brain works in terms of like my color palette. Because I'm using these 2 as the edges, my blue will be like my main color for writing and coloring stuff in. And you look at the other ones, like it's the same way, just because that's how my brain works. Gotta give all colors, all my different colors in the palette a chance. But yeah. Okay. And then I just kind of put what page I found it on. And since it's next to Fahrenheit 451, I know that's where it belongs. And then I will just color in the stars because I've already read this one. Also, I'm sorry to anybody who's like, "Oh, fun bullet journaling stream," and I just went full English major on you. I'm very passionate about books and reading, and as an English major, I've been trained to like find the meaning in books and like look for those patterns and signals that something means more than it actually is. So that's kind of why I picked out the quote I did. But yeah. Okay. Looking at the time that has elapsed, I don't think I'm going to make the other page on stream because it's just a list page, and I don't want you guys to watch for like the next 40 minutes as I write down every book every short story title. I'll do that on my own time. But I think this will be it for today's spread. Bring it a little up and close. You can see all the cute things. I like the use of washi tape in this, kind of how it fits in, and yeah. So we're gonna switch gears here. We are going to move into what I usually do at the end of stream, which is my personal journal writing session. And I think because today's stream is a little shorter, I'm going to kind of actually talk through my journaling session instead of just doing it in silence. Because I know, like, usually what I'll do, for those of you new here, is at the end of stream, I'll pull up my personal journal, I'll pick out a prompt and, like, stop talking, turn off the sound, turn up the music, but, like, turn off my mic, and just, like, journal and, like, let you guys journal and give you, like, those 10-ish minutes to do it. But because time is different today, I think I will just kind of talk through my journaling process as I go and chat with you guys while I do it, because I do have more of like a creative idea for today's journaling process. So we have my journal from Nomad Moon Magic, really freaking cute. we got a couple of things here. We have this kind of floral washi tape. Got this at Daiso in Vegas. I have this Papermate Flare purple pen. This is just kind of like a piece of scrapbooking paper. It's got like this brick wall pattern in the back that you guys can't see very well, and then some flowers here. And then I have these stickers that I kind of pulled out. They're from the Happy Planner Florals sticker book. This one is from like the pastel one. I forget its exact name, but I pulled it out because I need the quote. And then I have the Spoonful of Faith sticker book from Happy Planner. So this is what I'll be using today. And we can also do a flip through since last stream. So we did this spread last stream, tell a story about your best friend. And then I did these two spreads. I've been kind of just like picking out like one sticker sheet and like using it throughout all like for the like one sticker sheet, and then just using that sticker sheet until it's complete for like the next couple journal spreads. So this one I had these guys. I forget exactly where they're from. And I just use this like orange color. It was a different day. And then this was like the day I kind of finished up that sticker sheet. And it's very cute. I had my husband, I did this day. This is my husband. This is me. And there's like little dotted lines that show he's gonna run after me, which is cute. But I had him like pick out which stickers I used here. And then over here, I had him like pick out which stickers he wanted me to use as well. Because he gets very excited when I'm like, hey, help me pick this. Here's another spread I did. I have a different sticker sheet here. So I'm kind of going more into the blues and some pinks here. And this was actually like 2 sticker sheets I used. And I finished it up in here. Oh, okay. I'm also going to grab my journal that I'm using for my February challenge. Give me one sec. Okay, I'm back. But going along with these, for my February challenge, it has been to like fill out a page in this gratitude journal I have. And so if we go to like, here's February 1st. Here's the page I filled out. I did the evening reflection, and I kind of used the same stickers and washi tape. Here's February 2nd. Here's the page I did. Same sticker, same washi tape, same colors. And then here is, I did different stickers for February 3rd because I wanted to use just these ones on this page. And then I used some other stickers here. But yeah, I've been using this for my February challenge, which is like a gratitude challenge. And this has different pages with different like kind of things you can write down to like remind yourself to be grateful. So we can fill this out as well. We'll do both. And I'll chat with you guys through both. So let's go to a new page. This will be a 2-page setup because I want to have like a quote page on one side and then information writing page here. Okay. So the way I kind of want to do this is I'm going to tear this like kind of diagonally down so I can put like half of it in one quarter, half of it in the other. So we'll start here. Okay. Nice little tear. Yes, I like that. Huh. Okay. So we'll glue these down first. I like glue sticks. They serve their purpose. But I really need to get some of those, like, it's like whiteout. It's like a whiteout rolly thingy, but it has glue on it, or like the double-sided tape. And I had those, and then I ran out very freaking quickly. So I just need more. Because they are way more useful than glue sticks. And they're they're better at getting stuff down. Cute. So the quote I want to use is, "Life is tough, but so are you." And I'm kind of like using pinks, greens, and purples as like my main colors in this game. So let's use this quote. That looks so cute already. Ah, I love it. And then I kind of want, yeah, we're going to keep flowers on this page, mostly. Let's see what this has to offer. I don't want any boxes. I want organic shapes because I have my boxes. Sorry if I'm like flipping through this pretty crazily. I like the flowers. Okay, what bothered me about this page is I thought, because they look connected, because there's a little shiny line like continuing through, that I thought like I would lift this up and they would all be connected, but no, it's just one tab at a time. It made me very sad. Here's the page. That might work. We got some flowers here. I like that hope. Oh, we got some people. Ooh, yes. We might do people. Yes, okay. I'm gonna do one of these ladies. Fine ladies. I'm gonna go with her. We want her. And we're gonna put her and do that, and then put her on top of it. So like the flower acts as almost like a secondary crown for her. Yeah! We like that. And then I'm gonna do this one as well. No. No. Actually, this one will go on this page. We'll give it a home in a sec. We'll keep going with some flowers. Yes. We used up a sticker page. Okay, can I lift it up? No. This can go here, actually. We'll put that on that page. But I do want like a flower in this corner. That works. I want small flowers. I don't have them. We'll do some more people. This girl seems like she's grooving. She'll be coming out of this flower. And then we love her. We want her. Kind of embedded in. Nice. You guys can't see that. No. Okay. We also used up this sticker sheet. So we used up 2 so far. But here's that cute little quote page. We got some powerful women here. I love it. Okay. This page time. We're gonna take our washi tape. Why didn't I use washi tape over here? That's fine. We're gonna go like this. And chop it off. A nice little, it's crooked, but that's fine. And we'll layer this on top. And set this right there. And I need something here. Something drooping down. Maybe another lady. Yeah. I'm gonna take her. She's gonna be upside down. Okay. So what this says, this has a little quote in scripture that says, my help cometh from the Lord. So I think it's good to go with this. These kind of go together because we got powerful women, flowers, and then it's like telling you to be tough, but you can also get help from the Lord. Because that's the one thing I struggle with, is asking for help for things. So I think that is a good quote to have. And yeah, we'll just write it out. No. Let's do this. Let's get out my stencils. Numbers, months. And essentially I'm going to stencil in the month and stuff, right? Like February. I'll kind of write it with the stencil and then I'll color it in. Now with this journal here, usually I just kind of like stop talking and I explain like, oh, I did this to make it look cute. And then I'd like tell you what I wrote in my journal, and that's it. That's what you guys get for this journaling time. But I do kind of like want to talk about my journaling style a bit more, especially in my personal journal, because you all know my style in my normal bullet journals and stuff. What day is it? The 4th. But my style in here, I used to like not really do much, and I would see like when I first started like personal journaling, and I was like 12. I don't know if I'll have enough room. That's fine. I was like 12 when I started personal journaling. Um, um, I just kind of like wrote about my day and that type of thing. And then I stopped personal journaling for a while. And I focused on my planner, and then I was like, oh, I don't need a personal journal because I have my bullet journal, and that kind of acts like a personal journal in a way. That was my thought process for a while, so then I still didn't. And then I started seeing some people. They would kind of show off their personal journal, and they would show off like the cute ways they decorated it, and I was like, that sounds cool. So I kind of tried it out. My first couple posts, you'll kind of see like a post or two where it's like, this is what I wrote in my journal today, and that type of thing. And it's like cute with stickers. And then we come to stream, and I'm now kind of like journaling more often. Stream has pushed me to write in my personal journal like daily. Like most of like stream I do prompts, but most of the time I don't, and I just kind of like write about what's going on in my day and like important things that are happening. And I've kind of like stuck with this like artistic way of doing it because and I value making my journal, this journal as well, more artistic still because it's like time that I get to be creative. Ooh. Like this is now like guaranteed time I get to be creative every day. I make time at the end of the day to be like, okay, let's set up like a small little spread that's cute where I get a bullet journal and make it look cute. So that's kind of why I've adapted to this style, because it's like guaranteed creative time no matter how busy I get. And so I really kind of like how it's now a combination of like I value journaling because I know it's important, and it's a way I can like write down my personal history and share it with my future children and that type of thing, but it's also like, and I can write down important events in my life, but it's also a visual representation of things I love doing, and that is being creative and playing with stationery and that type of thing. Okay, so we got the main setup here, and I'm kind of like talk to you guys through my main setup and how that all works out. So now I will like turn off the sound and turn off my microphone so we can just like write in the journal and stuff. So because I cannot write my thoughts down and then like talk at the same time. So I'm going to turn off my mic. I'm just going to write about my day. That's the prompt for today. I know my prompts haven't been as like exciting as recently, but that's okay. We're doing with, this is my journal. I'm going to journal what I want. And so if you need a prompt, write about your day or an event that happened recently. So I'm going to stop talking and going to get writing. I'll talk to you guys in like 10-ish minutes. if you guys are still journaling, feel free to continue. I finished writing. I got some space here at the bottom. I'm going to add more washi tape because I can. And it'll look cute. Okay, so I talked you guys through my whole process here. And then for these sections, I just kind of like wrote about what I've gone through today. When I do write about my day, I write about like what I've been through, and there always comes a point, it's right here, where I say like, now I'm streaming and journaling. Like this is, like we've reached the point where I am doing what I am writing. And then I kind of put like what I plan to do for the rest of today, or like things I want to get done. And then I also kind of write about what I want to do tomorrow, because it kind of helps me like set a goal of like, or kind of figure out my priorities for the coming day and that type of thing. So that's kind of just how I daily journal. These are my cute spreads. And I do also, because we have done this, but we haven't done this, and I kind of want to show you how I've been gratitude journaling for the month. Today's stream is very different than usual, but that's fine. We got the same normal setup, so we'll do this lovely journal spread. It technically says evening reflection, so I will reflect in the evening, but I will like kind of decorate it and show you how I would like go through it, and then I'll like actually reflect later. So I'm gonna grab the stickers I still have and my washi tape. I know it says evening reflection, so I'm gonna just cover that up so it can be cute. Because I wanted to like, I like the idea of like having all this time to like decorate the journals that I'm using. So I am gonna decorate this one as I go through it. So I kind of use my washi tape to either do edges in this journal, or I'll use them to like take up some space because I don't have as much to write yet. And then it's like here it took up space, here's just along the edges and that type of thing. And then in the morning it asks for a positive affirmation, in the evening it asks for a positive thought. And so what I want to start doing though is like picking out quotes that I can put in these spots instead. So I'm going to put a good positive thought quote down there. Okay, this is the quote I want to put down here. It says, be a dreamer and a doer. And because these fit the vibe, we're going to just pop you there. And then the other sticker I want to grab is this one, which is just like a little Bible. So there's that. And then with these other sections, if like it does, I like to just kind of put something on the side here because I know there's some things that won't go all the way across, or just kind of like add some fun to the page. So I'm going to do that. And sometimes there's other quotes. And that might look really cute there. But I don't want to do that. No. I'm going to do this one, which says, so these are all like faith-based quotes, so it's got a lot of scriptures in it. So the top thing says, I'm too tired, and then it says, I will give you rest, in a scripture reference. and I have been exhausted this past couple days. I'm drinking like a Monster energy drink to stay alive. So we are going to kind of pop that in here because it's fitting my mood and how I've been feeling. Anything else? I need something like here that kind of goes into there. Ooh, hello. You can go right there. My help cometh from the Lord. And then we'll do a lady. We'll do a cute lady. Okay. That's that. Because this is an evening reflection, I won't actually like write in it until later. But I just want to show you kind of how I've been using this for my February challenge. Just kind of decorating it, giving it some vibes to remind me like some things that I do want to be grateful for. So like, or good quotes and stuff. So I don't think I need to remember to be grateful for a house with chicken feet, but like some of these ones are more gratitude based. But yeah, that's kind of how I've been using this. If you don't like have a gratitude journal necessarily, that like, because this one is like a prompted one, you could like get a personal journal and just kind of make it into a gratitude only journal. And I know I won't complete this because I'm only doing it for February, but it is definitely like a challenge I could do every once in a while, come back to, and that type of thing. Or like I can just fill this out when I'm not in a good place. But that is going to be it for today's stream. I know it's like way shorter than usual, and I'm sorry about that. I just been a little tired, got a lot to do, but I still had fun with today's stream, and I hope you guys kind of enjoyed that closer look of how I personally journal and that type of thing. And I hope that maybe you will find use in the author works tracker and like can find an author that you kind of want to do that for. If you want to see any more of my daily bullet journaling content, you can follow me on Instagram, and all my streams are on my YouTube channel. Both are linked in my bio. The next stream will be next Saturday, the 11th at 2 p.m., and we will be making cute Valentines. I'm so excited for that. I have all the plans for all my Valentines, and I'm very excited to make them and that type of thing. So we'll be doing that next weekend, and I hope you guys have a good rest of your day and a good week, and I will see you next week. Bye!